Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
So it begins. The UAW on strike at 3 plants, one for each of the big 3 automakers. And now, President Biden says it's time for the White House to get involved.
To continue our active engagement, I'm dispatching 2 members of my team to Detroit.
That is just one development as we make our way through this day 1 of the targeted strike against the automakers.
Let's get you caught up on what's happening now. The UAW is striking at 3 plants nationwide: Ford's Michigan assembly plant in Wayne, GM's Wentzville assembly plant in Missouri, and Stellantis's Toledo assembly plant in Ohio.
That move has 13,000 members of the union rank and file hitting the picket lines overnight and into today. And here in the past hour, we are learning about the first layoffs now stemming from the strike.
We've got all the angles covered tonight. Sean Lay is out with striking workers tonight in Wayne. Mara McDonald is live downtown where a UAW rally is just getting underway.
But we're going to start with Rod Maloney live with an update on what is happening with the negotiations. Rod.
Yeah, Devin, they're still talking, and that's the good news here. They say that they weren't going to negotiate today. It looks like they are, at least at the lower levels. Negotiations are expected to go on this week. But we also want to talk about the fact that the ripple effect is starting. So, for instance, there are 600 line workers laid off now from the body construction department in the South Subassembly area of integrated stamping out at Warren Truck. Forgive me, not Warren Truck. It is Wayne Assembly. That's the Ford plant. Again, Wayne Assembly, 600 workers going on layoff as the ripple effect. There is also going to be a problem with the Fairfax GM plant because of the Wentzville situation. So we're seeing all of that. In the meantime, we have a number of things to talk about. Again, we talked about the talks. No main table talks today, but they were having minor discussions. White House officials are now going to be coming to Detroit. Gene Sperling is from Michigan, from Ann Arbor, has the president's ear on this, is going to be trying to get involved. Sean Fain made it clear this afternoon he's not so sure he needs the help, and the talks are going to resume tomorrow. Now, one of the people that I've met along the way in the auto industry over the past 15 years is a gentleman by the name of Harry Wilson. And Harry was the guy who spearheaded the turnaround team back in the Obama administration. And he knows a lot about GM, he knows a lot about this industry, he knows a lot about labor problems, and he had some interesting things to say today about this situation. And basically he is saying that the companies made a major mistake.
The leadership of the big 3 really made a massive mistake by starting so small. They started off at 7-8% over 5 years. That doesn't match inflation pre-pandemic, much less address for the issues. So that was inflammatory, and I think, frankly, played into his hands a bit. And can't blame him for that. He's trying to get the best deal for his people he can get. And so that's why we're here. If they had started off in a much more meaningful place in the first place and established those clear principles.
And those clear principles he was talking about is shared success, and shared failure, essentially, is that they're in it together. And he feels like the car companies didn't do an especially good job of managing that, although he did say that Sean Fain has to be careful not to overreach here, that coming to an agreement is inevitable. It has to happen. The question is, how long will it take? He hopes it's sooner rather than later. Devin, Kimberly, back to you.
Absolutely the highest stakes poker. Exactly right. All right, Rod. Now, we're going to stay downtown right next to Huntington Place.
And that's where the union is holding a rally that just got underway. For that part of the story, let's get out to Mara McDonald. Mara.
Devin, Kimberly, take a walk with me. We're here at the rally. We are expecting Senator Sanders up here, Governor Whitmer, and ultimately an update from Sean Fain. They've got a good turnout out here, and I will tell you, last night, if it was ebullient and euphoric out at Wayne on the picket line, I would say that same sentiment has continued here. But everybody's a little tired. I've had a lot of people ask me, hey, did you go to bed last night? And I said, a little bit, did you? And they say, no, most of them stayed out there and then went to work and now are out here again. Talked to a lot of UAW workers today, and they say that this time, this negotiation is going to be so different from what it's been in recent years. Take a listen.
I'm excited that, we finally have a chance to stand up for working people across the board. He said something a while ago that said, this is not your father's union, this is your grandfather's union. And I think that speaks a lot. For everybody that's from Detroit that knows That says a lot. We have a strategy going forward, and we're going to win. We're going to win.
Back here live, certainly the location of this rally is no accident. We are at the UAW Ford, building here, which, not so coincidentally, is right by Huntington Place. Here's how this is supposed to work tonight. They're going to have a couple comments from the podium, and then all these workers are going to march and rally down to the RenCen, come back, and then we're expecting an update from Sean Fain. We'll stay on it, and we're going to come back to you live. We're live downtown. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Okay, Mara, we'll check back in with you soon. Thank you. And from the rally downtown, we turn now to the only plant in the state selected for that targeted strike.
Workers hit the picket line at the Ford, Michigan assembly plant in Wayne right at midnight. That plant makes the Ford Bronco and the Ranger. Sean Lay live there for us. Sean, I imagine it is in equal measure a mixture of anxiety and excitement.
Absolutely. Been talking to workers on the line all day. We'll hear from them in a second, but the dominoes we mentioned yesterday certainly set up. Some now tipping over, starting to fall. Ford, as we came on the air tonight, alerting us of a major layoff at this very plant, Michigan Assembly here, due to the strike you see behind me. Other areas of the plant are not striking. The areas, the workers in those areas not striking, but depend on coated, painted products from the products and components, the men and women you see behind me at Final Assembly and Paint, they make and coat and send down the line. Well, those components are not coming. These guys are on strike, so workers not needed in those areas, 600 told not to report. Consequence of what's going on day one. The sounds of support along Michigan Avenue in Wayne to go along with union leaders rallying UAW rank and file on day one of this strike. These men and women put together the Ford Ranger and Ford Bronco inside today. They are outside and off the job, the only plant in Michigan to see what the UAW is calling a targeted strike. Day has 28 years working inside this plant.
I'm excited for this, and I hope that we will be the change to turn everything around, and hopefully, this will set the stage for years to come. This is our future.
Where there is excitement in the early hours or days of this massive job action that is already having a massive impact, there is also anxiety for some like Justin Gonzalez.
It's definitely stressful. But we're out here trying to get what we deserve. So in that sense, it feels worth it.
That stress rises if this strike drags on and on. Kiata Shanklin is a young mother, and it is a guessing game out here trying to predict when there will be a resolution. What does a mother's intuition tell you? How long is this going to go?
We don't know. We just don't know. Just got to be prepared and hope to get the support from the community to support us as well. So I feel like as long as we have the support of the community and we stay together in solidarity, it'll all work out right.
Back here live at Wayne, Michigan Assembly here in Wayne. Coming up at 6 o'clock, the 22-year-old UAW worker on strike here. He's the captain of the line, 22 years old. Dad was a Teamster. Very interesting comments from such a young man, making about $17 an hour. That's coming up at 6 o'clock. Also, guys, more on that layoff. Ford tonight stressing it's not a lockout. It is a layoff because of the components not coming down the line due to this strike. We're live in Wayne tonight. Sean Lay, Local 4, back to you.
Exactly right. All right, Sean, back to you shortly. General Motors is sharing the same exasperation over where things stand right now with the union.
The automaker knows an agreement will take more time.
I'm extremely frustrated and disappointed. We don't need to be on strike right now. We put a historic offer on the table that not only has very significant gross wage increases, total through the contract, over 20%, that compounded is 21%, but we also have job security. We maintain world-class health care. There's so many aspects of this, of the offer we have on the table that I think really is going to resonate with our employees. So we didn't need to be here. The key in any of this is to get to the table, talk through the issues. And that's what we've been working to do since this began. It's the most significant offer we've had on the table in our 115-year history.
That's where it stands at this hour. Our coverage of the strike, though, just getting started. Ahead at 5:30, we're talking to an authority on labor issues to find out what makes this strike so different. At 6 o'clock, we're going to get back out to see that rally, see what Sean Fain has to say.
Yeah, and the team at clickondetroit.com has put together a massive post detailing the impact of the strike, including what could come next and a look at past UAW strikes. And you can find that link on our homepage of the website.
All right, another top story we've been following today. A jury up north has acquitted the final 3 men charged in the plot to kidnap Governor Whitmer.
Eric Molitor and William and Michael Null were each acquitted on counts of providing material support for a terrorist act, along with gun charges. Let's get out to Megan Woods. She's live with the verdict and the fallout. Megan.
Kimberly, this was a 15-day trial. The jury started deliberating yesterday morning around 9:45, and this morning, a little over 24 hours later, they had their verdict.
To Eric Molitor, count 1, providing material support for an act of terrorism. What is your verdict?
A northern Michigan courtroom filled with emotion as not guilty verdicts were read for Eric Molitor, William Null, and twin brother Michael Null.
Each of these 3 defendants have been found not guilty.
This comes after 14 days of testimony, including Eric Molitor and William Null taking the stand.
In my head, it was 2 people talking stupid. One of them was incredibly dumb, I would say. The credibility of them being dangerous wasn't near as severe at the end of the ride as it was when we first got up here. Like I said, when I first found out, I was in fear for my life.
Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel did release a statement about the not guilty verdicts, saying in part, quote, "While today's verdicts are not what we hoped for, the successes we have achieved throughout these cases in both state and federal courts sends a clear message that acts of domestic terrorism will not be tolerated in our state," end quote. Governor Whitmer's chief of staff, Joanne Holes, also responded to the verdict, saying in part, quote, "Today's verdict is disappointing. A non-guilty verdict on the plot to kidnap and kill Governor Whitmer in hopes of starting a civil war will further encourage and embolden radical extremists trying to sow discord and harm public officials or law enforcement." We have those full statements on clickondetroit.com, and this is the last of 14 people prosecuted in connection to the plot to kidnap the governor, and 5 of them pled or were found guilty. Again, more information on clickondetroit.com. Reporting live, I'm Megan Woods, Local 4.
Okay, Megan, thank you for your report this evening.
We have made it to the weekend as we take a live look outside from our Windsor Sky Cam. Been a beautiful day. Temperatures right around 70 degrees. Just gorgeous. Again, wouldn't mind keeping that up as we head into Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, so let's get over to Kim Adams and what we can expect. Kim, we're off to a great start here.
We are, and I can give you half the weekend. The other half does include some rain. 67 in Pontiac, upper 60s in Mount Clemens, 70 at City Airport, and 72 out at Metro. We've got those puffy white fair weather clouds, and we'll have a pretty nice evening here in Metro Detroit, but without much in the way of cloud coverage. The temperatures are going to be dropping rather quickly for our 4 frenzy game of the week. L'Anse Creuse North against Warren Mott. It is going to be 67 for the kickoff, but it is going to be chilly once that sun sets. We'll talk about the rain possible for the second half of the weekend in just a couple of minutes.